gotta be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off, a hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the mad for. I just had to do it, got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, we're ready, we're ready. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
39.
On first down, Ryan completes it to Austin. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavon Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Prescott now. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Ryan. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. A quick throw here, that's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
They'll go option to the short side. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. But he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 51, Mike. Mike 51. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see it.
Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run with Elliott, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 22, here's second and 8. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Prescott on first down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Prescott. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 480. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Go to 52. Go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember...
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Ready, set.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Mike 51. Mike 51. It's just me.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, orbit. Got it. 51, Mike. Mike 51. It's our time. It's our time. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
I got you, boy. Ready to go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Greystone, travel. Deep grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run here with Freeman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? 57's the mic.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Space. Hey, watch your legs. Hey, Charlie.
55's the mic. Check. 55's the mic. Wild Bill.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And Watson has it right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, but it's going to be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw on third down, Ryan. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First down, Cowboys.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Elliott on 1st down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. We go 46. 52, my 56.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Where's 26?
Prescott to throw this time. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Hey, Mike 50, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This one caught by Ridley. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
52.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
No, check that. All day, dog.
Throwing. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 87 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Got it. 51 the mic, boys.
On first down, Ryan. Throws right side, and that's complete. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan, he's got his man on the crossing route. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The outlaw. Hey, here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming up to you.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Throwing again. Ryan. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike 55. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, check right, check right. Watch 55. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike 55. 87.
Again, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing again, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ito Smith, his first carry. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons.
Let's go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Check.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He completes it to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Jam. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike 51. All right, here we go. Let's go, defense.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle. 55. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Check Mike. Watch 55. All day, pump. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on, D.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.